Okay, so we'll go again.
Too deep in the south, that's what it is. I'm gonna go, should I let the cat out the bag right quick? Man, I got my nigga Quette in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Memphis 10 in the building. Should I let the cat out the bag right quick on these niggas, man?
Then I went and got me a vid, and you can catch me in Memphis with Quette.
Welcome back to our channel Justice for Dolph. Today we will be calling out another online play arranged by Hernandez Govan aka Orange Mound Quette as part of his original plot to get cleared and then famous from Dolph's tragedy. It was in planning since April of 2021, no matter what narrative they pushing for him on these channels. Now, we all know that Justice for Dolph is tapped in and acting like this and acting like that and knows all of Quette's business, which he won't ever tell his favorite bloggers anything about. Well, anyway, I am here to tell you that the video which was released yesterday on a major channel Ceddy Nash was completely spoon-fed to him by Quette. We know that information comes from Govan. I know exactly what game is he playing online. Here he goes again promoting himself on a low now, because he was crying 2 weeks earlier how he does not have anybody to support him after he crossed about everybody for his master Ho Gotti. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out Govan is behind this video. However, Justice for Dolph still needed to check what's really going on. The real streets, not the informant streets, told me long time ago what he was doing and what they will do with every single blogger. And one of them mentioned was Ceddy Nash. These people called him a puppet and all kinds of goofy names, and he's still covering for Govan and Gotti, hence why I made Quette a puppet Pinocchio on this opening scene, because he is actually the only active puppet on YouTube. A CMF puppet. Well, Ceddy Nash isn't the only one he talked all that shit about. You are playing with the devil's Ceddy. When it goes sideways, these are the last people in the whole world you want to be on their bad side of. Ask Juke how that went for him and what you getting yourself into. Justice for Dolph knew everything Govan is about to pull next on one of the platforms of his choice. And here it goes word by word released publicly. About a year ago, we reached out to Ceddy and tried to give him the real info to break the case open for two main reasons next to doing a good job reporting with incredible work ethics and natural talent. The first reason is because I knew they trying to drag him into the case like they did Stan G, Terrence Gangsta, Lil Flip, Crisco, Vlad, Mr. Cold, and the list goes on, so I try to put him on the right track with real information before telling him what's their plan. I also needed to check first if he is truly that unbiased journalist, going by the facts and proof, or simply loyal to Govan's fairy tales, blinded by the potential view count and ego of breaking news, which turn out to be fake. And the second reason is because we were told and seen a solid enough proof that they are communicating with him. So I wanted certain information passed over to Govan and make them think that I am the stupid one who don't know who am I talking to. We done that about 5 to 10 times, already checking the ground where the moles are. Just a little harmless chess move to see the true intentions before handing over to a large platform the most explosive evidence and recordings of Govan talking all that shit about Dolph and dick riding Gotti. So glad that Justice for Dolph is real patient and observing. We have nothing against Ceddy. We actually took his side on one occasion, and we respect all the work he has done over the years and did not want him and his platform to get caught up in the homicide cover-up plays by Govan and look ridiculous when he falls for their script. Unfortunately, he fell for it. We like Ceddy even personally, we just know he doesn't know better and anything about the case like all the so-called big channels what's really going on, especially after he has been misled by Govan. We don't beef with bloggers because we are not bloggers and don't give a fuck about YouTube. Our work is unique, fresh, and unmatched. We all already know nobody who is clout chasing of Dolph name can't fuck with us on the real information. Okay, let me also tell you one of the reasons why that story needed to be published on a major platform besides extra clout for Govan's book and a movie, which both are part of the original plot, is that online version should match that fake story he is pushing in the court to taint the jury online and offline, just like his goofy interview full of shit with Stan G. We already seen how DA on Dolph's case is doing a terrible job and excluding the key evidence and other involved individuals, courtesy of Rock Nation leadership, who owns a significant percentage of CMF, did not dare to report on that either. Ceddy, Steve, and his office are always giving full leniency to their rat because Steve holds a grudge against Dolph's family for not funding his goofy political games and disrespectful clout-chasing online games like all these sucker bloggers who are just here to get views and don't give a fuck about Dolph. Most of them are doing this type of disrespectful shit, hurting the case and preventing the truth to come out even for their own viewers. See, all this goes together and real people know I've been preaching about it since 2022, what is about to unfold, and here it goes, another further step in the conspiracy against Adolph. Well, anyway, enough about that. Once our documentary is released, everybody will look stupid who covered for Govan and Gotti while they risk their platforms and good reputation pushing the fake narratives for the suckers who killed the giving soul and an innocent person Dolph like bunch of old junkie cowards, as they are. Let me dispute some of this bullshit with my proof. If you don't have at least 20,000 files in your Dolph case archives, including Mr. Cold's paperwork, you have no clue about the case. I should release Govan phone calls right now, but I will not do Ceddy like that. I just warned him publicly. I did my part with no ill intentions or hard feelings, no matter his disrespect to Dolph and his family. If he gets caught up in it, will be too late, because pushing Govan's fake narratives, claiming Gotti's innocence, and promoting his interviews is for sure accessory after the fact, as explained to me by one organization who I am feeding all the information about the case to. Jamarcus didn't know what he was doing and still got 6 years from a state. Them people waiting on all y'all to add you to the final list. So please take this in seriously. I know you didn't mean to be an accessory, but good luck explaining it to them when they charge you like the state did Jamarcus. See, there will be people picked up shortly about that part of the plot who done assisting to Govan's book and a movie before they even hit up the bloggers. Just keep watching. Don't forget how we put way before the trial out publicly that the police confirmed juke involvement. So please take this advice seriously, whoever needs to hear it. Anyway, let's take a look at these so-called facts spoon-fed by Quette to Ceddy and drop the never seen before evidence disputing all that fake shit. I am not going to go through it all because I do not want to spoil my information to prove a point. But I will give at least some proof now to Ceddy to prove they feeding him fake info. And if he needs real info on the case, not that goofy Govan fake shit, tell him to holla at me. I got the greatest documentary in the hip-hop history and the most explosive exposing series never seen before. Quette knows that well. That's why his ass don't dare to play in my comments no more. We the only ones on YouTube completely shut up that loud-mouth killer informant. That's why nobody who isn't his friend can't comment on his informant Facebook profile anymore after we left a special comment for him up there when he was trying to make himself look innocent. He gonna call out everybody except me because he knows I got plenty more breaking news to shut him up with. And every time y'all do this shit online, you are one step closer to Mr. Cold and the crew's paperwork live show. Wasn't I understanding, respectful, and patient enough? And you still playing this game now on the low, like I wouldn't catch it, and dragging innocent, clueless bloggers into your plot again. Alright, this is the final warning before I start dropping phone calls with Govan's conversations about Dolph and Gotti. Let's go.
If you are what you call a respectable content creator, how could you not corroborate some goofy shit that you heard before posting it on your channel? You niggas be out on YouTube, be acting like y'all got money, and be acting like this, and be acting like y'all tapped in. And if you was tapped in, you wouldn't be on YouTube saying and spreading lies, my nigga. You would have factual information with a factual basis. And for you to sit up and lie to the world.
Now, here's what the streets of Memphis knows. They knew that there was a bag on all of these cats' heads. The internet knew it, but they only knew it because the streets told them. So when y'all seen Ceddy Nash break the news, it wasn't breaking news. I'm sorry to tell y'all that. When I told y'all way before, Dolph had a 6-figure bag on his head, everybody knew that. But the question is, where did it come from?
Well, we all know where the hit came from and is not no juke. He was the enforcer for the shot caller. Govan was facilitator, organizer, and secondary enforcer responsible for the actual shooters and a couple of life stories in order to capitalize further. Gotti was the shot caller or the final mastermind, and they used Lambert's dirty money, plus whole lot of low-level flunkies. When it comes to people above Gotti, they are accessory after the fact, while being the secondary shot callers and masterminds. What we need to find out where the fake info in the video came from. Who are these street characters feeding Ceddy Nash fake info? We knew the whole plan already as mentioned and just got on the phone to find out who else is part of this shit. We can leak behind the scenes info, but Quette's own words will do it this time. Everybody on this channel already knows we do not put nothing out we do not have a real proof of from the real streets, not these sloppy informants. You'll want to talk to the real streets how they feel about this fake shit y'all putting out with Govan. Holla at Justice for Dolph. Don't make me bring the real streets out to our platform. Let's take a look at the messages leaked by Stan G. This is some O-main level shit. I guess everything in life happens for a reason. If Stan never released these messages, y'all would never believe me. Check out our little cooperating protagonist of his documentary. He told y'all, and Stan, how Ceddy Nash is his guy. Quette talking about how no way my guy Ceddy Nash would post or say the thing Stan is saying without doing the proper research to make sure the people that's interested get the correct information. Yeah, we are about to see how deep he researched. Ratboy also mentions blogger Ant from Urban Politicians, how he can't be even paid to put fake info out. I guess Govan tried it already or rocks with him. So when you see Ant post some new fake information, which would be a shocker to me, you already know what time is it. Well, somebody like Ceddy posting some dumb, unverified stuff like this spoon-fed by Govan was the biggest shocker on YouTube. I thought he would be the last one to do this. It turns out he the first one. Why Govan did not mention the other blogs he is rocking with who wouldn't put fake info out like Sko, Terrence, or Vlad. I guess they all fell off. Terrence doesn't post bullshit online. Sure, he will cover a little bit for Govan, but why you didn't call his name as an example? Terrence does a great job and doesn't put out fake shit. So you crying like a bitch to Stan about putting fake shit out he got from your own mob, but you're gonna run this worst lie you ever told to even bigger platform. Always some goofy contradicting stories with the rat. Didn't I tell y'all Govan watch every single platform closely and has people monitoring and commenting for him? Didn't I show you how he collected every blogger personal information under the excuse they talked about his daughter? The cat is out the bag. Quette knows where each one of you are and your legal names. So glad right now we would never disrespect his kids, especially passed away ones. Even Govan would not do something non-human like that. Whoever did that to Desto, they could be making the documentary too. We don't play like that even though she was grown kind of happy about Dolph's situation while his oldest son was crushed because Dolph had to be his favorite rapper, how often he posted his lyrics. More on that in the second chapter. Well, when it comes to Desto, we don't punch Govan under the belt even though he did that with Dolph. However, we will gladly punch him straight into his face 1,000 times with our content, but we will never do his daughter like that to say anything inappropriate. That's not our style, and you'll know we're the only ones not scared of him. I want to fight fair online, just like he chose. So stop putting hits on elderly women and fight fair online. Don't run now. When Lil flip, let the cat out of bag. Anyway, stay tuned until the end of the video, Govan, because I'm going to show you who else talked shit about Desto and blamed you. But before we end with that, tonight on Justice for Dolph, we got the real evidence I am sure MPD or FBI can use in the case. We already know Rock Nation Steve won't use that to dispute your defense, so I will release it now for the world to see. When the time comes for the court, everybody will know you are full of shit. Please keep saying that same story in the court. I kinda need it for DOJ special folder. Checkmate. Now we know your story, how you will defend yourself, and which lie you selling. If you had my help, you would be already free, but we not helping you. Let's break some news and prove it was a lie on my teeny tiny channel.
Now, if I'm Quette, I ain't talked to him ever.
All this cap ass shit they got y'all believing.
Ho Gotti runs around Memphis with a bulletproof SUV. If you didn't know that, now you do. Yo Gotti's bulletproof SUV was shot up 2 weeks prior to Young Dolph's murder. So there's that. Everybody in Memphis, y'all can go look back at these old channels that already discussed all this stuff way before. So Yo Gotti stuff gets shot up. Big Jook knows that Yo Gotti stuff got shot up, and he does something about it.
Pay attention closely now. I will blow your mind in a second and expose the whole fake narrative. Let me address something first. Pierre or anybody around Dolph is not worried about no Ho Gotti. With this fake narrative, they want to make it look like as a retaliation or that Dolph was bullying them, which was fake, and actually it is the other way around. The plot was in motion many months before that. But Ceddy did not do his homework. He just copied answers from Govan's defense strategy playbook. If that is the truth, we did not see any incident reports, pictures, or whatever. You and Govan claim you only post verified information, but got zero actual proof. Sounds like some Hernandez Govan and Anthony Mims fairy tales to me. This is being reported as a fact when you did not see any of the actual proof behind this, and that indeed anybody around Dolph was part of it. We already know the CMF would have them arrested the same day with their police ties. Yes, I have a proof of that too. I am not just talking. By the way, since y'all not really tapped in with the right streets. Guess what? Everybody had a red light on Gotti from Dolph. He would never allow anybody around him do a thing to them obsessed suckers. If the car was shot up, damn sure not Dolph's side. Especially Pierre, they never shot nobody. They are actual artists doing well, with too much to lose. Not some crash outs hired to beef with Dolph because their boss was too scared to give Dolph his fade and go about his business. That sucker kept Dolph messages for years, crying every night about Dolph smashing his old girl and exposing his goofy contract offer. Anyway, how do you report it as a fact you do not even have the dates or Ho Gotti's movements those weeks? Guess who does with all the pictures you never seen in your life? That would be me. Y'all don't even know Gotti rented a car for his video shoot from the crew's associate for the Giving Back music video, which was recorded those days. Y'all say Gotti's truck was shot up. Y'all so-called big channels really do not know nothing about what took place since the spring of 2021. Just a little background to this street claim. The car was shot by somebody else. Stop all that capping. Dolph is not calling hits on nobody. Y'all stop that goofy internet shit. You're going to see a mod for CMF-BIASED channel confirming that in your comments, and you will think Street's confirming it that Dolph was behind the shooting, and that's why you hearted the comment. Let me get to the actual big fat lie now. Even if Gotti car did or did not get shot up by Dolph, or not Dolph, it is actually irrelevant for what I am about to show you that this shit has to be fake. I really believe now that Govan is the worst planner in his crew with lowest IQ. Curtis, who never killed a fly, would plan this plot better than these rookies and come up with better lies, and that man probably prays every time he has to lie in business. They don't even understand once I drop one picture it will dispute the whole narrative they're depending on online and in the court. Let's keep watching. Now the good part comes, you'll know I like to set up the videos sometimes for my community because you are missing my videos. So I wanted to give you proper material instead of just dropping info on the community wall. Watch this now. Govan partner will tell you who did not shot up Gotti's car, and I believe he is talking about the same people who actually did it, not no Dolph or PRE. Shout out to Mr. Ian. He gets one of our rare king of Memphis crowns. That man did for Dolph more than who actually supposed to be doing it.
Hey, so talking about Yo Gotti Yo Gotti truck got shot up 2 weeks before the Young Dolph murder. I don't know if they're supposed to sound like they're justified, but that's a lie. Because first of all, I know who shot that truck up, number one.
You know it. You know who shot that chopper. You know who did that. I feel you.
I'm just telling you. I know who shot that truck up. I know who was riding in that truck. And it wasn't Yo Gotti, bro.
Exactly. Cause I ain't.
All this cap ass shit they got y'all believing.
If you are what you call a respectable content creator, how could you not corroborate what some goofy shit that you heard before posting it on your channel? You niggas be out on YouTube, be acting like y'all got money, and be acting like this, and be acting like y'all tapped in, and if you was tapped in, you would be on YouTube saying and spreading lies, my nigga. You would have factual information with a factual basis, and for you to sit up and lie to the world.
All right. Blah, 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 and everything, and blah, 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 and all this other shit. Now, if I'm Quette, I ain't talked to him ever. We just gonna tell the truth because the truth is, and if you know, then you know, Memphis already knows this. The whole entire mastermind for Hernandez Govan, Hernandez, however in which y'all want to say it, Orange Mound Quette, the story that's actually out there isn't even the story that's real.
All this cap ass shit they got y'all believing.
So there's a cousin that's Quette's cousin that's basically at the house and everything, and he basically wasn't there. Cornbread pops up at Quette's house looking for him and everything, and he like, bruh, he not here. Cornbread looks and he sees this nice ass car outside, and basically everybody in Memphis knows, hold on, that's Juke's car.
All this cap ass shit they got y'all believing.
So when Juke comes out, Jake like, all right, man, we'll holler, set up a meeting with me and little buddy and everything and blah, blah, blah and all that. And so what ends up happening is Cornbread pop out, and the initial drill on Young Dolph was supposed to be with the cousin and with Cornbread. Cornbread was always going to be a crash dummy, was always going to crash out, was always going to be a loser. Whole life ain't about nothing, ain't never going to be nothing, and this was his way to get something. That's why they little boyed him when it was all said and done.
All this cap ass shit they got y'all believing.
Wow, so this Orange Mound informant really tried to throw his own family in the whole plot on one of the biggest channels. Now, let's think together. Where have you ever heard this information in the streets or online about Quette's cousin? Nowhere. I know everything, and y'all don't even know none about the crew members. I never even heard that, and I am not even going to confirm it with the bosses, because I have something that will dismiss this fake story beyond reasonable doubt. If you come back and tell me Jamie Rosser or other goofies supposed to kill Dolph with Cornelius, I am about to delete YouTube forever. Even Young Dolph Unsolved wouldn't run with that fake shit. Even that channel probably laughing at you, what story you buying from Quette. I know for a fact this is Quette's information, so this sucker really tried to involve his own family in the high-profile murder case to get off. This special agent is out of hand for real. I have never seen some shit like this in my life. Ceddy, I am begging you don't come out and say Jamie was there and wanted to kill Young Dolph with Cornelius because Gotti car got shot up. Please, don't do that to my sanity. I can't take another Young Dolph Unsolved under Quette's leadership type shit all over again.
All this cap ass shit they got y'all believing.
But the little boys typically got the biggest mouths. So he basically says to Quette, Big Jook, let me rewind that. Big Jook and Quette basically, they get out of there. Quette go back in the house. Jook goes outside. Cornbread tossed the Jook. He tossed the Jook about that specific shooting that had happened 2 weeks before. Before the shooting that happened to Young Dolph. All right. We just gonna tell the truth because the truth is, and if you know, then you know, Memphis already knows this. So in the midst of that, he says, man, I know these people blah, blah, blah and everything and blah, blah, blah and all this other shit. Jook say, oh, you can handle that? All right, boom. This nigga, and that's what it is.
All this cap ass shit they got y'all believing.
We just gonna tell the truth because the truth is, and if you know, then you know, Memphis already knows this. All right.
Let's recap Ceddy Nash and Govan's brand new information, what they actually are trying to say with all this, before I dispute it. So the whole point of the video was to break some new fake information from the streets, aka Govan to say hey Govan was no mastermind, he had nothing to do with the plot. He never aligned no CMF deal for Stray Cop. He was not even involved and all that. Govan throwing his cousin under the bus out of nowhere. But the most important ones for tonight's video, what you should remember are these two. First, them saying Straight Cop wasn't even supposed to take Dolph's life until 2 weeks before the plot, and that whole CMF contract part of the story is fake that Straight Cop shouldn't have even be the shooter 14 days before Dolph passed away. And the second, so-called fact published by them, is that the whole plot was based on the imaginary event where Dolph supposed to become a killer gorilla overnight after performing in Memphis, flew to Atlanta, flew back just to shot up Gotti car, and that's why. Juke put hit on him only 14 days before the tragedy happened and the whole PRE gets on the hit list? Let me stop those fake car shooting narratives. The real streets of Memphis, above Quette, just said to cut, That fake blogging shit out Ceddy. Dolph or nobody else around him shot at Ho Gotti. Y'all still want to stick to those last two so-called facts? Are you really sure? Think again. Okay, then stand on it. Let me drop some straight cops DMs that prove they are both full of shit. Well, Quette is for sure. We all already knew that after that fraud interview. But Ceddy fell for his play. Go ask him, why did you lie, bruh?
Now, if I'm Quette, I ain't talked to him ever. Blah, 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 and everything, and blah, 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 and all this other shit. All right.
I want to play a game called Spot a Pinocchio. Especially since Ceddy Nash and his street informants called Hernandez Govan are claiming that the whole plot happened the first 2 weeks of November and how Straight Cop wasn't on it, but Quette's cousin. I swear on everything, if y'all say Jamie, supposed to kill Dolph, I am giving up on the humanity. Anyway, now that we had a proper conversation and all the trolls are gone, let's get to the real facts. Hey, Ceddy Nash. Starting with the left side. Can you please explain what is Straight Cop doing on October 3rd, a whole month before imaginary shooting trying to get a drop, or better known as a location from the Pierre artists asking people around Memphis to set them up? Shout out to this guy if y'all never seen this. Before y'all subscribe to wrong channels, Pierre, y'all owe that man an apology and stop this stupid conflict. There we go, I busted their whole imaginary story with 2 tiny pictures. Y'all big bloggers are so clueless you can't even tell me where was straightdrop and around who every single month since he got out. But damn sure Justice for Dolph can throw not a paperwork party, but a gallery party with thousands of photos supporting this. What y'all were doing all these years with the case, to be after 4 years at the dead end passing out fake information after Quette swore his guy Ceddy Nash would never do that. Whoever still trusts Quette in 2025, there is no hope for you. I can drop about 100 more strong photos like this right now to prove y'all story is cap, but I don't have to spoil my documentary. This right here is enough. Straight Cop was already looking for PRE and Dolph location and a potential setup 1 month before this fake, goofy story even takes place. I am done here. Y'all please don't say it was Jamie. I am begging for mercy. Please don't do that to me. Quette, my heart won't be able to take this. By the way, Gotti is involved and Quette more than you false claiming it. Whoever don't like it, sorry, I can't help them. We really are the only ones unbiased, and the facts are all in favor of Dolph. It is not our opinion, these are real facts. We got an ocean of evidence against not some shit Govan came up with in MPD canteen during his lunch break. Don't forget about the phone calls that I got which prove everything too. Y'all stop speaking without proof and listening to the street informants. Alright, let me see what we're going to close this video off with.
All that cap ass shit they got y'all believing.
Alright.
If you are what you call a respectable content creator, how could you not corroborate what some goofy shit that you heard before posting it on your channel? You niggas be out on YouTube, be acting like y'all got money, and be acting like this, and be acting like y'all tapped in, and if you was tapped in, you wouldn't be on YouTube saying and spreading lies, my nigga. You would have factual information with a factual basis. And for you to sit up and lie to the world.
Alright. Blah, 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 and everything, and blah, 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 and all this other shit. Now, if I'm Quette, I ain't talked to him ever. We just gonna tell the truth because the truth is, and if you know, then you know, Memphis already knows this. The whole entire mastermind for Hernandez Govan Govan Hernandez, however in which y'all want to say it, Orange Mound Quette, the story that's actually out there isn't even the story that's real.
All this cap ass shit they got y'all believing.
Now, I know people want me to go and go all the way in on Quette and be like, yeah, bruh, this and that and all that. Bruh, I'm sorry. What you want me to lie on the man? If y'all want me to lie on the man, I'll lie on him, but there's no need for that. I told y'all, we unbiased over here.
Nobody asked you to lie on the man. Why even have to lie when there is so much of beautiful never seen before information on yo boy that can shut him up for good? What the real streets of Memphis are officially asking you is to stop lying on Young Dolph and covering for your informant partner while cutting all that goofy blogging shit out if you have no clue about Memphis or the case, just clout chasing of the Thornton family tragedy for a goofy YouTube check. That's how the real streets feel about you. That Govan shit don't count, he the laws, not the streets. Next time you say you got your info from the law enforcement, because that's what he is. When you look up in the dictionary word unbiased, you understand that means not covering up for Gotti and his boyfriend Quette while putting fake allegations on innocent Dolph. Let that man rest. These bloggers are the lowest of the low.
If I'm looking at it, Big Jook wasn't wrong for putting that hit out on Young Dolph. Young Dolph ain't wrong for basically his people sliding on Ho Gotti.
All this cap ass shit they got y'all believing.
All right. And everybody knows that. Had nothing to do with Ho Gotti. All of these cats that are screaming, Ho Gotti this and Ho Gotti that and no. Ho Gotti basically ain't really been tripping off nothing because Ho Gotti is smarter than everybody else that's involved.
All this cap ass shit they got y'all believing.
All right.
So-called unbiased. He gonna look stupid when they go get Gotti and pretend like he was on Dolph's side then. Now keep that Dolph disrespect and his name out your mouth with that CMF cover-up. Y'all CMF fans did not have enough obsession with the man while here. Y'all bothering him in his rest too. Chill out with that goofy CMF shit and go clout chase on some case you actually know what you're talking about. By the way, Gotti is involved and Quette more than you false claiming it. Whoever don't like it, I can't help them. It is not our opinion. These are the real facts we got an ocean of. Don't forget about the phone calls that I got which prove everything. Ask your streets, aka law enforcement, aka Quette. Ceddy Nash is not paid directly by them. He is reimbursed for this fake ass shit through his goofy YouTube earnings, clout chasing of every tragedy that comes up. See to him is even funny about being paid, because even Govan is not that dumb. He is not on the payroll, he just trying to earn Gotti's follow on IG and his CMF chain. Quette broke, as can't give him nothing, unless he begs Mr. Colt to take care of that too. Now we got some breaking news leaked by Govan and his blogger Ceddy Nash. Ceddy Nash can't wait to unload the ammunition of information provided by Govan and jumps on the first comment where his viewer is proposing correct charges according to Quette's actions. Ceddy proves again that Govan is behind this video by leaking the information in his cocky response that Govan deal was only 7 years. First of all, nobody knows that who isn't the victim's family or Govan himself. Nobody knows how much was any deal unless specifically spoon-fed to you by Quette. Shout out to the channel Real Talk with Ms. T. If she didn't know anything all these years about terms of the plea deal, there is no chance in the world anybody else would give you this information. You really gave yourself and Quette up with this comment because you are not capable of sitting on information and doing some critical thinking not to expose Quette like this. Told you all this is going sideways, and Rock Nation Steve Mulroy is incapable of doing his job. 7 years deal? Could be on an individual charge, but even then still too low. No wonder he rejected it, because if Steve didn't exclude all this extra proof and other individuals from the case, Quette would have been facing the death penalty. Steve going to blow this case. Watch how it will play out. 7 years only? We appreciate Quette and your guy, Ceddy Nash, for leaking some breaking news. However, after noticing the whole video is fake, Quette just might fed him wrong information about that too.
Now, if I'm Quette, I ain't talked to him ever. Blah, 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 and everything, and did blah, 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 and all this other shit. All right.
All this cap ass shit they got y'all believing.
If you want to watch more about this, what other channels said about Ceddy calling him out too, you can go watch these 3. First, true results. He always shouts us out, including on this video, and always directs his large traffic to our channel, making sure people get some truth from the YouTube channels for a change without zoo performance acts. What we need the bigger blogger for than that on our side. Wait until all of our lined-up plays start. We are going to be bigger than any of these goofy, clout-chasing platforms. I got something for them, so might as well start hating now. Anyway, shout out to True, he also got on Ceddy Nash ass. Then you also have a live show from the Alabama Hitta, great videos. I be busy as hell, but I caught a few of them, very nice quality, and no bullshit. And finally go check this live by Stan G. Y'all got Mr. Ian on it, the only reliable source of information on YouTube, calling this story a lie, laughing at Ceddy Nash. Ian knows Gotti the best, so whatever he says, it is the final verdict. I have a feeling he might go off soon on part 2 of his interview, so keep your eyes and ears open for that one. Okay, so we want to make something clear. We do not have no blogger beefs. We are not bloggers, and fuck blogging, vlogging, and clogging. But if you will be getting here on the internet spread lies about Dolph with y'all informant partner Orange Mound, Rat, you will be included in Quette's documentary. That is only fair. We are the platform, and none of these big goofy channels did shit for Dolph's family to earn the right to even speak on it. None of y'all internet lames shared Dolph's family petition to get justice. We got over 8K views, and we are a tiny channel. Y'all suckers really didn't do shit to help Dolph except spreading false information and narratives blaming everybody innocent, but covering for Quette the Rat and y'all Master Gotti. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all still lying on Dolph for a check with y'all goofy videos. Some of y'all should really take a good look in the mirror. What a miserable person you are. This goes for everybody major, not specifically for Ceddy. Again, we know Ceddy did not make this up in his head or got it from some flunkies in the comments. We also know Ceddy got caught up in Quette's lies and cover-ups right now. This all was spoon-fed to him, and the final source is Govan. We all here streets gave me this or that. Memphis streets don't know a few of the details claimed in this videos, who isn't directly working on behalf of Govan, his crew, CMF leadership, or high-ranking members of Trella, including TZ and one of the Smith brothers. Whoever blogging about whatever, I don't give a fuck, but we will not be tolerating these online games against passed-away Dolph and disrespect to his family while y'all covering for your Master Gotti and his boyfriend Quette. Every time from now on, I see that shit, you will be one step closer to me unmasking the crew, and then good luck explaining yourself to them. Don't play this game with me. Quette, warn your buddies, I am crazy like that. Yesterday, we sent a picture of Mr. Cold to Quette on his little informant Facebook, just so y'all know I found the correct Mr. Cold. Hey Quette, I got a special surprise for you right now. Guess who was talking all that shit about your daughter? And it is for sure not me. Guess who blamed you for it? Check this shit out. But before you do, please pause the video and pop few of them pills. Junkie, you're gonna need it to calm down, not to crash out on your boy. So this is your partner who doesn't spread lies without doing proper research. Y'all gonna learn to stop lying on Dolph on this goofy YouTube. Is that who is still yo boy Quette? Check this shit out.
Alright, let's go. Ladies, let me tell y'all something. Fellas, let me tell y'all something. Fellas, you're not women. Women, you are not fellas. There is a difference in how we operate. And I'm dang near willing to guarantee all of that could have been avoided, but too much barking amongst dogs and kittens. Third suspect, police believe they have the third suspect, aka an actual shooter in the Young Dolph murder case. But from what everybody is saying around Memphis, JJ and Cornbread absolutely are guilty of the crime that they're accused of. But one of them was a driver, and the other two were shooters. This is one of the channels that y'all came to for the Young Dolph updates, and it looks like it's signed, sealed, and delivered. We not finna run the conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but y'all let me know y'all thoughts, bro. Oh yeah, that's a lot of cash, because a lot of people are asking me, bro, is that lot of cash Desto's dad? Yeah, that is. And I ain't gonna hold you. But he got strong ties to Houston. Stay to the end. I'm going to show you what he done put up and everything like that. A lot of cash Desto daddy is accused of killing Young Dolph, bro. It's wild because they think that led to her. He even admits it on Facebook. Don't believe me. Believe what he wrote. But a lot of cash Desto daddy believe it's either because of what he did with Dolph or his dealings in Houston. The crazy part is nobody seen this coming until now. You heard it here first. You got it locked here first. Make sure. A lot of cash Desto's daddy admitted before he just got arrested that basically either what he did with Young Dolph got his daughter killed or what he doing in Houston got his daddy killed. But either way that go, bro, it's crazy right now, man. And I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't see this coming. I don't know what little documentary, whatever anybody else got going, with no disrespect to nobody when I say this, but who really seen this coming? Because I sure as hell didn't. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man. Y'all think a lot of cash Desto daddy has something to do with her getting smoked? A lot of cash Desto daddy has something to do with her getting smoked? A lot of cash Desto daddy has something to do with her getting smoked? A lot of cash Desto daddy has something to do with her getting smoked? All right.
If you are what you call a respectable content creator, how could you not corroborate with some goofy shit that you heard before posting it on your channel? You niggas be out on YouTube, be acting like y'all got money, and be acting like this, and be acting like y'all tapped in, and if you was tapped in, you wouldn't be on YouTube saying and spreading lies, my nigga. You would have factual information with a factual basis. And for you to sit up and lie to the world.
Okay, so we'll go again. Too deep in the South, that's what it is. I'm gonna go. Should I let the cat out the bag right quick? Though, niggas, man, I got my nigga Quette in the building, man. Cause, you know what I'm saying? Memphis 10 in the building. Should I go and let the cat out the bag right quick on these niggas, man?
Then I went and got me a vid, and you can catch me in Memphis with Quette.